I'm now going to show you how to prepare samples to send off to the laboratory for a chain of custody oral fluid or saliva test. Hopefully you will have seen my video on how to complete a chain of custody consent form. So we're going to put the consent form, we're going to assume this has all been signed and filled out by myself and the employee. We're going to put this to one side and we'll come back to that once we've prepared the samples. So also in here we'll get a transit bag, a postage bag, which is first class paid postage to the laboratory. I'll talk about that towards the end of the video, but I'm going to put that to one side as well. You'll notice that I'm doing everything here on an piece of absorbent material. So inside the kit we have a transit bag, which is where the samples of saliva and the form are going to go when we send them off to the laboratory. So I'll put that to one side as well. And we have a little bag here to put the samples in. Just a piece of advice: when you get this little bag, my advice is just get a pen in here and just open the little pouches up either side. That's going to make it a lot easier for you when we come to put the samples in there to send off. So I've done that, I'll put that to one side, and the only things left in the bag are the two collection devices themselves. So I'll open these up and show you what we've got here. So in each of these packets we've got a collection device and we've got some buffer solution in a little vial. So let me open one of these up and I'll show you. So a little vial with some buffer solution in, and we've got the collection device itself. That's repeated in this second bag here. So when you did your first line indicative test for oral fluid, you would have asked them to put a little pad in their mouth, and you would have waited for the test to start running when the saliva ran up the membranes. This is exactly the same, apart from we don't have any lines on this. We just have a little indicator on each of the collection devices, and if I hold it to the camera you'll see there's a little white window in the back of the collection device. So you're going to invite the person to put both of these in their mouth at the same time. They will remain in the mouth. And like with your initial oral fluid test, you're going to ask them to move this around the tongue. So they'll spend 30 seconds on the top of the tongue, 30 seconds on the underside of the tongue. And what you'll find is that little window, when they've been in the mouth for long enough, or in contact with the tongue for long enough, those little windows will then turn blue. That's an indication that this is now ready for you to prepare to send off to the laboratory. However, unlike your initial saliva devices, which were potentially the ones with a little pad, on one side of this pad you have a piece of plastic. So you've got to ensure that that doesn't sit on the tongue, because it will, obviously the pad won't soak up saliva. So they place them in the tongue with a pad resting on the tongue, and then when they put them to the underside of the tongue they simply turn the pad over, so this can carry on soaking up saliva. So these will remain in the mouth at anything between 3 to 5 minutes until the little windows turn blue. So we're going to stop the video. I'm going to come back when we've got to that stage. Okay.